Hello, and welcome to episode 50 of the Wayward Skein. I'm amazed that I made it to 50. Took me a little more than a year, but yeah, what can you do? So it's been a few weeks, and today is Sunday, August 11th, and I'm not sure how that happened, but there we are. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted a little bit of a teaser for a blog post that's going up later this week. Basically, I got it into my head that I was going to bake some quiches last night. So I baked some quiche. It's basically a Western omelet quiche. It has all the same stuff as a Western omelet, except I use jalapenos instead of bell peppers because I can't have bell peppers. But there we are. So that's going up on the blog sometime this week. There was a post on the blog this past week, an actual text post. So I'm hoping to use the blog a little bit more regularly from now on. I'm trying to carve out time to do stuff like that because I kind of feel like my creative outlets are all kind of stifled and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels a little bit. I am Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. I forgot that part. I'm Toll Baby pretty much everywhere on the internet. The only thing I use Twitter for is to announce new episodes. I'm on Ravelry. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube, obviously. Really? Psst. Hi. Yeah, hi. It's the first time she's shown any interest in me in weeks. That's because I'm talking to you all. Come on. You can do it. You're big enough. Come on. I'm not reaching down to pick you up. Good girl. Hi. This is the first time she's come anywhere near me in weeks. So, anyway. Somebody's got her summer fur still. Hi. Good girl. You lie down. So yeah, it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks. There's been a lot of school stuff going on, working extra hours here and there. I picked up a couple of shifts that I wouldn't normally work. Hi. Yes, I love you too. You're very cute. Yes, I know. You're a funny girl. So other than work and school, that's pretty much all I've been doing these days. My boss has just left for a 3-week vacation. She doesn't come back till after Labor Day. So I'm going to have a lot of extra time on my hands at work. So I've been working on a couple of side projects and I'm working on finishing my classes as quickly as possible. For the math one, I know I'm going to have a final exam, but there's no final exam for the English class. So I can just jump ahead. So yeah, that's been what I've, yes. She just keeps looking at me as if she wants something, but I'm not sure what. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Today was Sunday, so I went to my mom's for dinner, did our usual thing. It was my niece's birthday on Tuesday. She's turning 7, so we were doing her birthday thing. Hi. You're very cute. My youngest turned 18 last week. That's disturbing. I'm not ready for her to be an adult. I know she's not ready to be an adult, but I'm definitely not ready for her to be an adult. So that was a little traumatic for all of us last week. And yeah, there was some drama surrounding that. So that's why there was no episode last week. It's all good. She's still alive. I haven't killed her yet. Are you getting comfy? Okay. So yeah, I haven't murdered her yet. She's still alive. She's made it to adulthood. I succeed. We're still working on the house rules and so on. Like, she's 18 years old and she still can't follow the house rules. So it's just very frustrating. But anyway, I got some knitting done and I actually made quite a bit of progress. So the last time I showed this to you, I had done the back and I think I was about here on the front. I don't think I had joined the front yet here, but I had definitely gotten the two sides partly done. This is showing up super dark. There's a light bulb missing here, so unfortunately it's not the greatest lighting. But I've actually got like So I bound off the bottom of the sleeves here, and now I have 8 more inches to knit. So it's basically just knitting ad nauseum in pattern for 8 more inches, and then I'm pretty much done the body. It is the 10th of August. I have to finish this by the 2nd of September, so my goal is to get probably 2 pattern repeats done a day. With the extra spare time I'm going to have at work, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to be trying extra hard to just keep on top of it, because I know that if I don't finish this, I'm going to hate myself. And Mina will be rather disappointed too. So this is the Yorkville sweater test knit for Mina Phillip, who is the knitting expat. I'm loving the pattern. I don't know if you guys can see how well you can see it, because it's not showing up all that well. It's a very textured pattern, but when you block it, it flattens out. So it's just a really neat pattern, and I'm very much enjoying it. I memorized it like the first repeat, so that hasn't been a problem. She's got some nifty short row shaping up here, which will also, there will be some in the bottom ribbing. It's a lovely knit that I'm enjoying very much, which surprises me because I've knit one sweater and it did not turn out well. The pattern was the type of pattern, actually I've knit 2 sweaters, and both patterns had the same problem, where the authors just sort of guessed at the plus sizing instead of doing the math, and they turned out awful. So one is actually wearable, but it looks horrible on me. It's really not meant for larger sizes. And that was my bad. I didn't know what would suit my body type, and that wasn't it. The second sweater was really awful the way it was. It was also written for skinny people, but she did the math to put it into plus sizes, and it just, okay, go run after the other cat. It really just didn't suit at all. And the math was wrong, and it was awful. But anyway, I actually made the comment on my local group in Ravelry that I don't think the designer had ever met a fat person in her life. And I was asked to take it down. It was a very snarky comment, and I felt bad. I was told to take it down because, I had tagged the pattern, and the designer could get back to this and see this comment and be upset by it, so I was asked to take it down. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. But yeah, I stand by that comment. I'm still fairly certain that the designer had never met a fat person in her life and certainly should not be designing sweaters for them. But there we are. I will not say what sweater it was or who the designer was, because I don't want to get in trouble. So this is turning out really, really good. Unfortunately, I don't have a long enough circular that I can try it on. I may stick it on 2 circulars, front and back, to see if it'll fit, but I'm so afraid of losing stitches. So maybe I'll just put it on waist. I'm not sure. I may just keep knitting because I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit. It's a good size. So I'm knitting the second largest size, and it's supposed to have a fair amount of positive ease, which means it's supposed to be bigger than your body. Like, it's supposed to be loose on your body. Negative ease is when it's supposed to be tight against you. Positive ease is when it's supposed to be a little bit looser. This is supposed to have several inches of positive ease. I'm fairly certain it will block out quite a bit bigger than it is, because it takes a lot to flatten out this pattern, like a lot of stretching. So I'm fairly certain I will not have a problem stretching this out to fit me when I block it. I will block it out according to the measurements in the pattern when it gets to that point. So I'm an inch-ish, I'd say an inch, beyond the underarm cast on, which is this little bit right here. This is where the front and back ended, and this is where I cast on the extra stitches for the underarm. So I'm an inch into that. I have to go 8.5 inches from the underarm cast on, so I have 8 inches of knitting to do. Each pattern repeat is about an inch, so I should be okay to do that. Sorry, I'm like leaning way far back. This chair is like super uncomfortable, and I'm either like leaning way back and feeling too reclined, or I'm sitting up like this and my knees are getting extra strain on them. So I really hate this chair and I can't wait till I can toss it. But I can't toss it till I can replace it. So for now, this is the chair I have. I am saving up to get a nice chair from IKEA. So there we are. Eventually I'll have a more comfortable place to sit. This is the only knitting I've done, sadly. This is done in Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Sport in the Merlot Heather colorway. It was funny because I had this, I've been working on it at my mom's house, and my mom was like, that's such a nice brown. And I'm like, it's red. She's like, it's brown. It's really a very brown red. It's got a lot of browns and reds and a little bit of greens and oranges in it that you can't tell until you're like super close up to it. I don't know if it's going to show. No, it's just going to get super dark. So because this is a heather, it has several little flecks of other colors in it. It's a gorgeous yarn. I like it. And I made fairly good progress. I was super happy to get to join it in the round because now I don't have to turn it and remember which side I'm on, which, you know, the shoulder seams helped with that because there actually is a little seam here that you can just barely see. But it's a lot easier to just be able to work on the outside and not have to worry about turning it. It lives in one of my favorite bags that I actually forgot I owned. I bought this bag. I love this bag. Did I buy this bag? I think I bought this bag. Pretty sure I bought this one. It is a Bags by Awesome Granny bag. Darlene is a lovely, lovely person, and she's a fabulous sewer. Her bags are super good quality, and I'll just show you her little tag in here. I can't actually see the screen when I do this, so I'm just assuming you can read this. She's Bags by Awesome Granny. Granny is Grannie instead of NNY. So look her up. I think she's on Etsy still. And I love the orange fabric on the inside. It's so cute. She makes 3 different sizes of bag. This is the large size. Can't quite reach the floor. Remember how I said my knees get super overbent? Yeah, that's what was happening right there. This is the small size. It's my notions pouch. I think my phone's buzzing at me. This is the medium size, and there's a huge size that's like enormous. And I have one of those, but it's stained. I spilled something on it. I spilled something on this one too at some point, so it's got like this brown splotch here. But I haven't tried washing this one yet. I'm not very good with my bags. I tend to leave them in my tote bag. This is the bag that I carry with me every day. I carry it over my shoulder. Whoops, sorry. I just completely messed up the computer there. So I carry this over my shoulder and all my stuff goes into it. Let's fix this. Sorry. Nope. Come on. There we go. So everything gets shoved in there. And my project bags often get a little bit of lunch leaked on them. So I try really hard to like super pack my lunch now. Like if I even think there's a possibility of it leaking, I'll put it inside a Ziploc bag. But yeah, I'm the person who's got like containers inside of Ziploc bags inside of grocery bags, and still my stuff gets stained because I'm inept. So anyway, the sweater actually fits in here, believe it or not. This whole big thing fits in here. There's one ball of yarn in there that I just started like a row ago. Two rows ago. Yep. Here it is. I've been trying to weave in my ends as I go so I don't end up with like 50,000 ends to weave, and I sort of forgot one here, so I have to do that one as well. I'm making good progress. I'm pretty happy with it, so I won't complain too much. And I've now put this all tangled. There we go. It was getting all tangled. If I don't pull the needles out, I do drop stitches. I've dropped a couple on the bus so far, and I don't know why this keeps going up. So I actually dropped a couple of stitches on the bus the other day, and I was like, ah, because the bus went over a really big bump and I dropped stitches. So I was a little peeved about that, but there we are. And sorry, I am using US 4mm needles, which is US 6, and the other needle that I'm going to be using for the ribbing is a 3.75, which is US 3.75, which is US 5. Sorry, my mouth goes faster than my brain sometimes, or vice versa. So that is all the knitting I've worked on. I have not brought Rob's sock back into rotation yet. I really want to get this done by the deadline, so I'm forcing myself to be monogamous. It is killing me. Because there are days where I really don't want to be working on the sweater. And it's kind of frustrating because on the bus to and from work, I can only get 3 rows done each direction. So that's not even a full pattern repeat. So it's a little bit frustrating, but there we are. I will get there. I will finish the sweater, and I will do it on time. If I have to start staying up all night to knit, I will get it done on time. I'm not going to start staying up all night. I have seen some very, very happy returns to podcasting. Miss Kate of Hawthorne Cottage Craft recorded an episode on Thursday that I watched yesterday. And it's lovely seeing her face on the screen again. I missed her very, very much. She is a wonderful podcaster. I love her face. The accent doesn't hurt. So I was very happy. And there's actually a picture of me in there. Because we did manage to meet up very briefly while she was here. We went out for coffee. And so there's lots of pictures of Selma and lots of pictures of Holly and a few pictures of Amy and one picture of me. From her trip to Canada. So I watched that. The ladies in Must Love Yarn have been recording regularly. The ladies at the Knit Girls have been recording regularly. Most of the bigger podcasts, Knitting Expat, the Bakery Bears, they've all been recording regularly. Most of my friends sort of seem to have taken a summer hiatus, which is fine. You're allowed. And quite frankly, I haven't had a lot of time to watch podcasts lately anyway. Steeped in Books has been keeping up with her BookTube videos. And that's about all I've been doing. I did get into a new series called Designated Survivor. It is Kiefer Sutherland, and he is playing the new de facto president of the United States. If only. But I'm really, really enjoying the series so far. I like his portrayal. I'm finding it a bit of a departure for him. He's playing, excuse me, throat's super dry. Oh, by the way, if you have not discovered this stuff yet, it's Smart Water flavored. This one is strawberry blood orange. These are amazing. They're so good. They don't have any sweetener at all, so it's just like a hint of flavor. So good. Very expensive. I picked it up as a splurge today. So yeah, it seems to be a bit of a departure for him because he's playing a very mild-mannered, very calm, very, it's not the sort of role he's played in the past. He's playing... How to describe this? I'm not sure how, really. But he's playing very calm, very boring. Like, it's a very fast-paced show, and there's a lot of stuff going on, but his personality is very Barack Obama-y. Very even-toned, very, wise, and he considers everything he says before he says it, and so on and so forth, and it's just a complete departure from the roles he's played in the past. It's the total polar opposite to Jack Bauer from 24. And thinking back to all the movies that I've seen him in, this is not Kiefer Sutherland. It's a little weird because it's kind of like he's channeling his father, a little bit. But I'm very much enjoying it. I love the casting. Everybody has been awesome so far. And there's a lot of faces that you'll recognize, and I love the way the stories have been unfolding so far. It's really been a great series. And other than that, I've watched nothing. I've basically been watching that for the last week and a half, and I don't really know what else to watch right now, so I'll stick with that for as long as it lasts, because I'm not sure how much of it is on Netflix. I'm still only in season 1, and already they've saved the country like 5-6 times now. So I'm still waiting to find out what happens and to see if there's a season 2. But there we are. Reading, I have not picked up anything other than textbooks in over a month. Well, since I finished that god-awful book. I do have several books I want to pick up, but as I'm working on not falling behind in my classwork and staying in the loop with everything and not losing interest in it, I've been sort of avoiding reading. I did get involved with one really cool project, though. It's through the Library of Congress, and it is transcribing parts of their correspondence collections. There's Abraham Lincoln's collection, there's Susan B. Anderson's collection, there's a whole bunch of different historical figures for whom they have collections of correspondence and notes and things like that that are written by hand. And so they're trying to digitize these collections, and part of that process is transcribing the handwritten letters. Now, in some cases, this is very difficult because the handwriting is atrocious. In some cases, it's quite easy. So I've gotten involved in this crowdsourced transcription project. You can choose to either transcribe, or you can choose to review pages that other people have transcribed, make changes to it, make corrections. So that's a project that I got involved with a couple of weeks ago, and it's super fun. I can't remember the name of the lady whose letters I've been transcribing the last couple of weeks. I'm not as knowledgeable with American historical figures as I should be, but they're rare. It is, she's a feminist, somebody or other. It's not Susan B. Anthony. I said Anderson earlier, didn't I? Susan B. Anthony, sorry. And I'm not a big Susan B. Anthony fan either, so we won't get into that. Suffice to say, she was not above, what's the word I want to use? Cutting a bitch to get her point across. Pardon my language. But yeah, she was not above stepping on the heads of others to get what she was after. So anyway, that is what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks. It's a really interesting initiative. You can go to the Library of Congress website and find it there. And it's been a fun project so far. So, and they've always got new stuff that needs transcribing, so they're not going to like run out of stuff for people to work on anytime soon. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, check it out. Other than that, it's just been work. Work here, work at the store, work at work, do schoolwork, and Mondays are usually my day for doing my classwork at work. This past week, I sort of let it all slide until Friday, and then I sort of did it. Not because, like, none of it's due till Monday anyway, but I like to get it done well ahead of time when the week starts, and so usually on Monday I'm working on the next week's assignments. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of exciting knitting stuff. I haven't acquired anything. I haven't been to any festivals. Twist Fiber Festival is this coming weekend. If you are interested in going to that, it starts on Thursday for people who are taking classes. The marketplace is open to the public Saturday and Sunday, and unfortunately, I don't think I'll be going. It's pre-pay week for me. I get paid the Wednesday immediately following Twist, and I don't currently have the funds set aside to go, so I don't think I'll be going. It's also quite far away, and I don't have anybody to go with, and it's just not speaking to me this year. I think after Rob and I are living together, and after we've paid for the wedding, and after all this fun stuff, then I'll start going to festivals a little more regularly. I missed Stitches, which was last weekend. Stitches Midwest, which is just outside of Chicago in Schaumburg, Illinois. I missed last year and I missed this year, so that's twice in 7 years that I haven't gone. So I'm a little bummed about that, but I'll live. You know, I'm not going to die if I don't get to go to a yarn festival, except Rhinebeck. I'm going to Rhinebeck. I already have my hotel room. I'm going to Rhinebeck. the girls and I decided to stay at a hotel in Kingston. I was actually outvoted. They decided to stay at a hotel in Kingston, and I decided that I didn't want to stay in the cabin in the woods all by myself. So rather than be by myself 45 minutes away, I'm going to be at the same hotel as the rest of them in Kingston. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a nice break for all of us. And my friend Brandy is coming for the first time, and I'm so excited. I've never met Brandy face to face. That poor woman is going to get so many hugs. Be warned, Brandy. So that's my friend Brandy Miller, who is Eat My Yarns on Ravelry and Witchy Knits Designs. And is she Witchy Knits Designs? I think she is. I'm a bad friend. I don't have no idea. Anyway, yeah, you guys have all heard me talk about Brandy. So she's going to be coming to Rhinebeck for her very first time. And I'm so excited to get to meet her in person finally. And so like a bunch of us are already making plans for Rhinebeck. It's August. Hey, that means it's in 2 months. Yay! I think it's the weekend of October 19th. But anyway, I will talk a lot more about Rhinebeck before we get there. So I will cut this short at this point because holy crap, I've been babbling for 25 minutes. It's time for me to stop and try to upload this and then go to bed. So I will wish you all a great week and ask you all to please be kind to one another. Thank you. Bye.